Alright, we're getting the super modified parts first sand here today. We're on the primer. These new parts are pretty good. They'll come down, we'll prime them twice, knock them down, be good. This is in 320 now. Nose piece here is all sanded down. Real nice. A couple little blemishes, of course, right on the tip. Spots. Come on, go to glaze and get those. Front nose, bottom pan. Start doing some of these other side pieces. Boy, I tell you, you can see what we're dealing with here. I like the surface of the moon, or what there? It's knocking that down with 320, but it's going to take a lot of pits. Won't really focus, but you get the idea. Then we'll have to come back over and put a little glaze on these ones that are real bad. Then we'll prime them real heavy again. That should be good to knock them down. I'm doing this all by hand because this is a restoration job on this race car. If this was a car that was just going to be raced, this would all just be machine knocked out, putting color on the car, but it's going to be taken out nice and smooth. Base coat, clear coat. We're going to sand the clear. Really make this one look good. So I'll bring you back when we make more progress. Alright. Locks in these super modified parts out here. You know, so many times I would just rather the parts be brought to me in the rough and let me strip them, let me prep them. So many times folks think they can prep them and save some money, you know, save some time I'm going to have. Here's some of the reasons why I don't like that. See all those little marks? And just where I run the block over a little bit here to expose those. Those are DA sander marks. So many times when people use a DA, they don't keep it flat. They raise it up on the edge. Whatever you do, that's what you get. It bites in. Fiberglass is soft. All these lines here that are on here, all these nice lines, they can all be sanded and ground right off if you don't watch it. So that's what happens. Now I have to fix all these. We'll see if I can block them out. I've got a lot of primer in it. I knew they were on here and I really put the primer on so I can hopefully knock them down and get them all with the primer, but we'll see. Some of them are pretty deep. I may have to put some glazing on. Like I said, even down here you can see them. You can see them show up in the reflection. They are all the way down. Yeah, if you tip that DA up on the edge, it cuts faster. But this is also what it does. Sometimes it's better up just to leave it. Let the shop do it. Alright, back on the super modified stuff today. Got the double air running here today. See? Keep the sand and dust blowing away too. The tail section here is blocked out in 320. It's ready to seal and paint. Come out very nice, smooth and straight. Same way with the nose piece, blocked out in 320, ready for paint. Hood, same way. Got over here on the old Chevy front end some other smaller panels, bottom of the front nose piece, they're ready to go. I'll show you what we've got. I primered these once and blocked them. Then I primered them heavy again 2 times. These are fiberglass sheets that were just laid up, and you can see all the craters, pinholes. Here's how we are doing it. You can see here I've got the DA out here with some 220 on. I'm hitting it with that, then we'll block it the rest of the way down with 320 by hand. Keep your sander as flat as you can while you're doing this. Leaves you less headaches with your block. Looks like the surface of the moon. Here's what the 220 does. Enough primer on here, we take them right down. So we'll machine sand them to that point. Leave enough primer on to finish your blocking. And we'll get all these into shape. They should be ready for paint yet today. Try to get this project done and out of here. Oh yeah, one more thing on these. I may have mentioned this before. These were just flat sheets that were laid up. You can see here on the back side how they are. Laid against some type of a slick surface that would release. I like to use Formica when I do this. I didn't make these sheets up. These are so full of pinholes because The fiberglass matting was simply laid down on the Formica, whatever they used to release off of, their flat sheet, and had resin put on it and rolled down, put down with a brush and roller, and rolled out flat. Well, when you do that, you can't help but have air porosity in the fiberglass, and that's what leads to all these pinholes. What I like to do if I was laying up these sheets is I would have sprayed or brushed some gel coat or at least some resin down first. Let that become finger tacky, and then laid the fiberglass mat over top of that. That way you have a nice airtight seal down to your Formica, in my case, to lay your fiberglass matting down against. You wouldn't have any of this porosity on the surface. So there's just a little quick point if you're going to lay this stuff up and you want to avoid this kind of surface. Put down a coat of resin at minimum, if not gel coat first, and then lay your fiberglass mat down on top of that. So we're going to finish these up and get them ready. I'll bring you back when we got them done.